In this brief tutorial, I'll show you how to download the Brave privacy-focused internet browser. We're going to optimize it, and I will show you how to utilize it for accessing dark web websites. Yeah, let's get started. Begin by opening up an existing browser and visiting brave.com. Once there, we download the executable and run it. Now with Brave installed, it gives us a set of questions to initially set it up. In this case, I have Brave as the default browser. In this case, I'm going to skip it because this is just a demo on this virtual machine. You can import from other browsers. I'm going to skip that process. And here you can help make Brave better. On my personal machine, I do allow them to collect anonymous data, but in this case, we're just going to focus on privacy. Once that's done, here we can see the initial page of Brave, and we're going to go ahead and streamline this for productivity purposes. So all of this is just clutter. To get rid of the Brave News, just hit no thanks at the bottom, removes that. To remove the cards, you can hit edit, and you can just hide these cards. And while we're in this customization button, which is accessible down here at the bottom right, let's go ahead and go to the background image and get rid of sponsored images, as well as show background images. Again, they do have quite stunning images, but I just want to keep it plain Jane. Brave stats, this is pretty neat. Shows you how many trackers and ads that have been blocked. Over my time, this number has grown quite large, but again, focused on productivity, we don't need to see it on a daily basis. Top sites, I don't want to see. Brave News, we've already disabled, so we can go back. Clock, I don't need to have the clock shown. And again, the cards we've already disabled. So that cleans up our new tab page. Now let's optimize the browser itself. To do so, you can click on the menu up at the top right to go to settings. Settings is also available down here at the bottom right using the settings icon. Either way will get you here. Again, you can import, set as the default, continue where you left off. I like to have this because, personal preference, or you can set up a new tab page. Moving on to the appearance section now. Here you can specify a theme. You can put a dark theme and whatnot, so it's personal preference if you wanted to do that. Here I prefer to have the home button quickly visible, and I have a custom homepage that I've developed myself. I don't like to show the bookmarks button. That's the one up here. I tend to accidentally click on it when I'm trying to access the home button. And what you'll notice later is I want the address bar to go all the way across for faster access. So let's get rid of that. Show bookmarks, never. News, wallet, sidebar. Actually, we want the sidebar momentarily. So click on show sidebar, right click in the center, move it to the left. This is my personal preference. I'm going to hide the talk. You can right click on these icons. This is the Brave wallet. I'm going to remove that. This is the Leo. This is the artificial intelligent chatbot. So right click, move it to the left, always show the sidebar, and now you don't need this button over here at the top right. So we can uncheck this. Show VPN, it's not recommended, and uncheck the top sites. And show autocomplete. Vertical tabs, show the top search button. That's this guy up here at the top right. I don't need it, so we hide that. Trying to minimize everything as much as possible, to avoid any distractions. Going on to the shield. Trackers, this is pretty much, leave this as default. I don't use social media, so we can disable all this, including the Google sign-in. All of that's okay. Privacy, automatically send daily pings to Brave, no. Again, on my main machine, I do have this enabled to allow them to have analytics on how I'm using the browser. I feel that it helps them not remove any of the features that I'm currently using on a regular basis. So that's why I do that. In this case, I'm going to disable it, and I also enable Google services for push messaging. This is so that you can receive notifications, so leave that there. We do plan on using Tor with this browser directly. You can even specify if you want to automatically redirect Onion sites. So it's pretty neat. So if click on an Onion URL, it'll automatically open up the Tor windows. Moving on to Brave Rewards, we don't need the rewards. We're not using the cryptocurrency features. Web3, we can leave this as default. Leo, that's the artificial intelligent model, and or chatbot, we can leave it there. This is really neat. You can synchronize with your phones as well as tablets and other computers. That way everyone, you can share passwords and everything. When you do set this up, just make sure that you set to select all data. You can actually say only sync passwords or only sync bookmarks or sync everything. And that's just personal preference. The search engine, I do recommend Brave. You can even offer to support, and improve the Brave search engine by hitting this option here. Extensions, we have really no extensions running. Within the Brave browser, you can use it as a web torrent. This is pretty neat. I've used it before. It's not something that I'm going to use in this particular example, so it's disabled. Autofill, languages, downloads. I always wanted to save it to my downloads folder, so I don't need these other options. And I don't want the Wayback Machine to appear in the event of a 404. And then as far as system, I don't run in the background and don't use the hardware. That tends to have issues, and I'm not going to use VPN. The thing I just noticed is the address bar is not all the way across, so we want to go back to appearance and adjust that. Here we go. Use wide address bar and then always show URLs. Well, that covers installing and optimizing the Brave browser. Now we'll move on to using it as a Tor browser. You can simply open a new private window with Tor, and in a few moments you'll be connected to the Tor network. And now you'll be able to access the Onion related websites. So here, this is the address to visit DuckDuckGo. You can hit enter. This will be slower because it's going through all the various nodes. Generate a QR code to share this web page with other people, because trying to share this, unless it's being emailed or sent via text message, copied and pasted into a text message, maybe not as easy. Over here you can do a QR code which can be then downloaded and shared, and all someone would have to do is open up their phone, scan that QR code, visit the Onion website using their Brave browser. For example, they can open up a form that could then be submitted. You can store that information that you've collected in a database. Hope this short tutorial has helped you. Let me know if you have any questions or comments.